Hello everyone and welcome to our educational series. Today we are diving into the fundamentals of grammar, specifically verbs and subject-verb agreement. These elements are crucial for clear and effective communication in English. Whether you're writing an essay, sending an email, understanding how verbs work and ensuring they agree with their subjects is essential. Imagine trying to tell a story without verbs. You would have nouns and adjectives floating around. But the action, the heartbeat of any narrative would be missing. Verbs are the engines that drive our language, expressing actions, states of being, and everything in between. Today, we explore not just what verbs are, but why they matter deeply in how we communicate effectively in English. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how these elements shape our language and empower us to express ourselves with precision and clarity. Let's begin with the basics. What is a verb? A verb is a word that expresses action or a state of being. In other words, verbs indicate what someone or something is doing, that is action, or what someone or something is, that is state of being. A verb is the most important part of a sentence. In fact, it may be called the heart of a sentence. Let us understand with the help of an example. Now, ducks swim in the pond. Duck is the subject of the sentence. What do the ducks do? They swim. So, the verb in this sentence is swims. Let's look at some more examples of verbs in a sentence. A mason builds a house. What does a mason do? He builds. So the verb here is builds. Anita is thinking about horses. What is she doing? She is thinking. So the verb is thinking. True love exists. Exists is a state of being. Every sentence must have at least one verb. We can have a sentence with only the verb in it, but no sentence can exist without a verb. At the most basic level, a sentence can consist solely of a single verb. Example, run. Now in this example, the implied subject is you and the verb is run. The number of words in a verb may vary from 1 to 4. Let's understand this with the help of examples. Abhinav plays hockey. 1 word. Abhinav is playing hockey. 2 words, is playing. Abhinav has been playing hockey. 3 words. Abhinav might have been playing hockey. 4 words. So verbs can vary in number. Let us look at a few more examples. Please pause the video and read the sentences out loud so you can understand the correct usage. Let's do it together. Try to identify the subject as singular or plural and its corresponding verb before moving on to the next slide. Mom is excited about our family trip this summer. Now mom is the subject and subject mom is singular. So it carries a singular verb, is excited. You got it? The puppies are playful. The subject here is puppies and it's plural. So the verb are playful is used. This dinner smells incredible. The subject dinner is singular and hence the verb smells. I am hoping to get a positive response on this job application. The subject here is I and the verb is am hoping. She has wandered off before. The subject is she and the verb is has wandered. Whether you are writing an essay, a report, or just sending an email, getting your subjects and verbs to agree is crucial for clear communication. Subject-verb agreement is all about making sure that the subject of your sentence and the verb of your sentence match in number, which means that the verb must agree with the subject. That means if your subject is singular, your verb must also be singular. If your subject is plural, your verb should be plural too. That is the simple principle of subject-verb agreement. Now, to understand this better, let us look at the subject forms and a few examples. When the subject is with its correct verb, we call it subject-verb agreement. She talks a lot. She is singular. The verb used will be talks. We talk a lot. We is plural. So the verb used will be talk. I am on the bus. I is the subject and am the verb. Jemmy and Tom are with me. Jemmy and Tom are plural and can also be replaced with they. So the verb here is a plural verb, are. Let us understand this with one more example. My friend from Tokyo, who has lots of cats and dogs, is a computer genius or are a computer genius. Now here the subject is my friend from Tokyo and not cats and dogs. So my friend from Tokyo is singular or plural? It is singular. So the verb here will be singular. That is. It sounds simple, but there are a few tricky rules that can catch you off guard. So to understand the use of singular and plural verbs, we will learn a few rules. Use a singular verb after each, neither, everyone, everybody, nobody, and someone. Nobody is here. Everybody helps when there is a crisis. Somebody wants to speak to you. Now, if you use either or, look at the subject closest to the verb. If the subject closest to the verb is singular, use a singular verb. Likewise, if the subject is plural, use a plural verb. Look at this example. Either Miss Brown or Jane writes on the blackboard. With either, we use is. Either the teacher or the students write on the blackboard. Now here students is plural. So the verb is write. Measurements of money, time, and distance usually require a singular verb. We will try to understand this with a few examples. First, we'll talk about money. $100. Now, that is a huge amount of money. When I say $100, the thought that comes to my mind is the use of a plural verb. But no, with money, you always use a singular verb. $100 is a lot of money for a bottle of wine. The verb here is. Now, time. 2 hours is a long time to wait to see a doctor. Here, is is the verb. And with time, we use a singular verb. Let's talk about distance. 93 million miles is the distance of the sun from the earth. The verb here is. That's singular. These sentences are straightforward and illustrate simple subject-verb agreement. Please pause the video, attempt the questions. Let's understand the concept of subject-verb agreement with one more assignment. Again, the answers to this assignment are on the next slide. Please pause the video, attempt the questions. In conclusion, verbs are the backbone of sentences, expressing actions or states of being, while subject-verb agreement ensures that verbs align correctly with their subjects. Mastering these concepts not only improves your grammar skills, but also enhances your ability to communicate effectively. Remember, practice makes perfect. Pay attention to the subjects and verbs in your sentences when you write or speak. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video has clarified the concepts of verbs and subject-verb agreement. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful grammar tips. See you next time. Until our next lesson, keep exploring and learning.